So I do a ton of outdoor stuff, as you guys know. There's a few things that I just don't leave home without when I'm going camping or doing some outdoors things. The Grail, if you haven't got one of these, definitely pick one up because this has saved my more than once. Several times. There are also other things that I don't go without, like a camping stove, like some sort of camping stove. But even if I have a full-size camping stove, I still take my small burner. I love those little burners because they are much better with wind than some of the other stuff that's larger. Especially in cold weather, it has saved me. So I don't leave home without it. So before we get into it, please like and subscribe. Almost to 1,000 subscribers, so I appreciate you guys' help. Once we hit 1,000, then I can actually start making a little money off of this and buying better stuff. So like and subscribe, and I appreciate it. As you already know by the name of the video, we're going to be talking about the Big Agnes sleeping pad and why I will never leave camping or do any outdoor stuff without it again. Let's get into it. All right, so as I mentioned, yes, the Grail, you have to get yourself one. If you don't have it, I went camping to a lake and I actually forgot water. Completely just forgot all my water. Had nothing. And this saved me. A long time ago, I bought this Well-X mattress pad. And I used it a few times. Before this, I really didn't use the mattress pad. I just used a blanket or something and kind of laid it out. Or I would just clear off the rocks and stuff and just lay down on dirt. It's just the way we did it. So I bought this mattress pad a long time ago and I used it a few times and I thought, well, it doesn't help that much, but I just used it anyway. Now, there were a few issues with this. Don't go with the cheap stuff. Just don't bother with it. It's not going to help you at all. There were so many issues with it. One, where you actually blow it up, it took forever. It does kind of what it's supposed to do, but once it gets to a certain pressure, anything beyond that, you lay on it and it just pops open and lets all your air out. So it's just frustrating. Just don't bother with them. So after having a bad experience with my cheap pad, I decided I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy something decent, something good. And I went to REI because if you don't know, REI typically has some of the pads inflated for you so you can kind of lay them down and try them. And so I did that. And I found that Big Agnes was probably the most comfortable. So I went out and I bought myself the Big Agnes insulated core. Now, that's not what this is. The insulated core, I bought it and it felt very comfortable. I really liked it. So I thought, this is perfect. I'm a side sleeper, so this is perfect for me. It just worked. That was the biggest problem, is that I'm a side sleeper and most pads are for mummies. They sleep facing up. I don't know. They just don't work really well for me. So the fact that the Big Agnes actually had the larger size, because I'm tall, and it just felt right. I just liked it. So I bought it, took it home, and quite literally 2 days later, this was announced. 2 days after I bought it. So I'm glad I bought it at REI. Went back, returned that, and I bought this. Yes, this was a whole lot more expensive. This is actually the 25 by 78 size. There are a couple different sizes. There are 6 sizes available. So there's a lot of stuff. Now, this is actually a 3-season. It's not really meant for cold weather. However, I did try it in cold weather. And you know what? It did really well. So to try this out, what I did is I took some time off, drove to Zion National Park, and spent a few days there in the snow, freezing. And it was not comfortable. However, this actually did pretty well. I am at Zion National Park today, drinking some coffee, getting ready for, bed, because it's going to get dark pretty soon. I'm really excited to try this today, but it is freezing. It's going to get probably down to about 15 degrees tonight. So We'll see how good it does with the cold as well. Let's pump it up. Comes with some patches. If you can't tell, my voice is pretty much gone. So inside, you're gonna find some patches, which is great because you never know if you sleep on a rock. But you're also gonna find your mattress and a pump to help you inflate it. Let's connect that. You have a few things. So this is where you actually release the air. This is where you can actually pump it. Throughout the night, if you actually want to deflate it, there's also a way to do that too. I'll show you guys how to do that. The pump itself, all you do is connect it. Open it up. Get some air in there. And roll it up. You just keep doing that until it's fully inflated. So that's about where I like mine inflated. It's actually just a little bit too much. So I'll show you guys how to take air out of it. When you're laying on it, you can actually push this here and it'll deflate it just a tad for you so you can actually make it fit just right for you. All right, let's put this in the tent. Okay, I'm a bit of a tall guy, so I actually sleep at an angle on these things, so I will be sleeping this way. Fits perfect. I'm also going to be trying out this pillow here. It's from REI. It actually rolls up pretty compact, so we're going to try that. And of course, my heavy sleeping bag, which I will deal with later. Pretty freaking amazing. So I'm going to show you a few more things before I call it a night because it's starting to get dark. And yeah, I need to start a fire and take care of a few more things before I call it a night. So let's go. It is absolutely freezing. I wasn't fully prepared. I didn't bring a heater or anything. So we'll see how it goes. I'm sure you're curious on sizes. So this thing is roughly 10 inches tall, about 5 inches across in diameter. £1 pound, 15.3 ounces. Not bad, not bad at all. And I'll tell you, it's not the lightest, but it's definitely worth it. Just to be comfortable at night, you just can't beat it. When I was sleeping with this, it really made no noise. So it was really nice because some of the mattresses or some of the air pads out there, they make a ton of noise because of the insulation inside. This, I didn't hear anything. So it was comfortable. It was nice. So about halfway through the night, I got really frustrated with my sleeping bag, and I decided to just open it up and just use it as a blanket. And there was no cold coming up from the bottom of this, so it was really well insulated, and no noise. It was just comfortable. Had no issues. So I know that the Nemo out there is really popular. I tried the Nemo at the store, and it just wasn't for me. Maybe it's great for people who sleep like mummies and face up, or others who sleep facing down, ass up. I don't know. Maybe it's great for you guys, but this was perfect for a side sleeper. If you're a side sleeper, try this out. It just really is great. Now, I make no money from these guys. I'm not sponsored by them. Nobody pays me to do these reviews. I just do them because I like doing outdoor stuff, and I just want to show you guys the stuff that I use, stuff that comes in handy. I spent a ton of money on stuff that I thought was going to be great for outdoors or other things, and just come to find out it was a waste of $100 or $200 or whatever it cost. And so that's why I like doing these reviews, so you guys can learn from my mistakes. Sleeping pads, I really didn't think I would need it. I really didn't think it was a big deal. But after trying it, I wouldn't travel without it. I wouldn't go hiking or camping without it. So it's pretty light. I wouldn't say ultra light, but it's pretty light. It's well worth the extra weight. Anyways, guys, thank you for following. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. I didn't get a chance to say Merry Christmas, so Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. We'll see you soon.